Good day, viewers, and welcome to my video as usual. It's time to start with section 29 of the same Surah Tabakar, and that will be verse 229. And what does it say? Atalakatu maratani. Simple. Atalakatu maratani. A divorce is only permissible twice. That's interesting. You see, two words, almost, or just two words. And then how many words in English? A divorce is only permissible twice. That's 6 words. Here, talakatu maratani. Simple. So a divorce is only permitted twice. For imsaku bimarufin au tasrihu bi ihsani. After that, the parties should either hold together on equitable terms or separate with kindness. فإمساكه بمعروف equitable grounds أو تسريحه بإحسان. إحسان here means kindness. ولا يحل لكم أن تأخذوا مما أتيتموهن شيئا إلا أن يخافن على يقيما حدود الله. Sorry, على يقيما حدود الله. Or separate with kindness. Sorry, it is not lawful. ما يحل لكم. It is not lawful for you, into brackets men, to take back any of your gifts from your wives, except when both parties fear that they would be unable to keep the limits ordained by God. Except illa an yuhafan, you fear Allah yakima, you cannot, any of you cannot, do the lie. Yukima do the lie. You cannot, what is this here? Except that both parties fear that they would not be able to keep the limits ordained by God. Who do the lie, limits of God. Who do the lie. For in hifsum, Allah yakima, who do the lie, fala junuda, alayhima, fima iftadat bihi. If ye here into brackets judges, that the judges, for in hiftum, where is it again? For in hiftum, that's referring to the judges. Allah yakima who do the lie. So he's talking to the judges. If you the judges do not, if you the judges do indeed fear that they would be unable to keep the limits, who are they, the husband and wife, ordained by God, there is no blame on either of them if she gives something for the freedom. If she gives something for her freedom, these are the limits ordained by God. Even though the man is not supposed to take anything back from the divorced woman, but if the parties see it not it could such a thing could exceed the limits of God, the woman can give something back to the man. Eh? Let me see if I can take it again. Uh, there is no blame either of them if she gives something for her freedom. These are the limits ordained by God. I don't, it's difficult to understand it, but here, this is my understanding. Supposing you've given a woman something in marriage with conditions attached. For instance, you give a car and say, please, this car is my own money, it's not yours. Please, I don't allow anybody to ride it, not even your family members. This is how I understand it. And if you divorce her and she knows that there is this kind of condition attached to the car, and she herself says, okay, she says she doesn't want my family members to. If I take it away, my family member can ride in it without even my knowledge. So please, take your car. Have your car, I have my freedom. Eh? Mugabe will say, have your Britain, I have my Zimbabwe. Finish. Hmm? So this is this is the way I understand it. Anyway, uh, let's go. Allah yakif ma hududillah fa in hiftumaha hududillah alaiha fima fima iftadu. Oh, let me take it again. Fala junuda alaiha fima iftadat bihi tilka tilka hududillahi fala taktaduha. Then it's come back to say, these are the limits ordained by God, so do not transgress them. That's what I just read. If any transgresses the limits ordained by God, such persons wrong themselves as well as others. And what is it in English? Woman yatadu, woman yatada, woman yataada hududillahi fa'ulaika humul zalimin. This is it in English. If any do transgress the limits ordained by God, such persons wrong themselves as well as others. Ulaika humul zalimin. Let's go to the next verse. What does it say? فإن فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى من بعد فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره حتى تنكح زوجا غيره, a husband, another husband. So if a husband divorces his wife irrevocably, into brackets, into inverted commas, he cannot after that remarry her until after she has married another husband and he has divorced her. So if you divorce your woman, you have no right to marry her again until she marries another woman, and then maybe there's another divorce, then you can come. I don't know if viewers can figure out the significance of this, the importance of this. You divorce her, you take her, she goes away to another man, she doesn't like, she comes, you marry her again. It's like uh, making trials, like in the case of my sister, like I said, this in this case is going to be a woman. It's going to be a woman. She marries another man, then she says that no, my former husband is even better. He comes back, you can marry her again. This is my understanding, but viewers can give their own understanding to it, which should be holy and pure, which should be in line with God's wish. Mm. زوجا غيره, another woman. فإن تلكها فلا جنود عليها أن أن يتراجعا أن يتجأ إن زنا أن يقيم حدود الله وتلك حدود الله يبينها لقوم يعلمون. حدود الله, limits of God. So what is it telling? Everything you do, there are limits. Whatever you do, there are limits. Pardon me, if kindness, even kindness, have limits. You do too much kindness to somebody's wife. Be careful. So kindness has limits. Don't do kindness. Somebody's wife, he's always giving him money. He's always giving her money. What is happening? You see? So even kindness has limits. So who do the lie? Hmm? Let's go to the English section. They commonly Yalamun for those who know. If they reunite, uh, in, the, in that case, there is no blame on either of them if they reunite, provided that's if there is remarriage and the woman comes out. There is no blame if they reunite, provided they feel that they can keep the limits ordained by God. Do the lie again. Limits of God. Such are the limits. Limits again. Such are the limits ordained by God, which He makes plain to those who understand. Tilka hududullahi yubayyannaha. He made plain yubayyannaha liqawmil ya'lamun, which He makes plain to those who know. And who are those who know? Who knows? Those who know limits, who obey laws, and then know units, understand limits, and go by the limits. At the same time, with the fear of God. Now, let's go to 231. What is a talak? What is a talak? What is a talaktum? And nisaa? What is a talaktum and nisaa? فبلغنا فبلغنا إجاهن فبلغنا أجلهن فبلغنا أجلهن فإمسكن فإمسكون. I haven't taken it right. Sometimes my Arabic is not flowing well. فإمسكوهن. When it comes to females, that's what happens, except the Arabs themselves. فإمسكوهن بمعروف أو سريهن بمعروف. Ma'rufun here always means equitable or acceptable. Ma'rufun, acceptable, equitable. So let's see. When ye divert women and they are about, into brackets, they are about to fulfill the term of their idat. وَإِن طَلَقْتُمْ النِّسَاءَ فَبَلَغْتُمْ أَجَلَهُنَّ. And they are about to fulfill the term of their idat. Idat is a time of waiting. Either take them back if they fulfill it, if you divest them and they are getting to the limit of their time of waiting. Either take them back on equitable terms. This is what I mean by ma'ruf. On equitable terms, or set them free on equitable terms. Take them back on equitable terms, or set them free on equitable terms. Equitable here means acceptable. So what you do is acceptable to you, acceptable to the woman, acceptable to the woman, acceptable to men of God, acceptable to the society, acceptable to everybody. So acceptable, ma'rufun. أو سرهن بمعروف. Okay. ولا تمسكوهن ضرارا لتعتدوا فلا امسكوهن درارا لتعتدوا. What does that mean? On equitable terms, or set them free on equitable terms. But do not take them back to injure them, or to take undue advantage. So this is where again the fear of God comes in. If any constitution must be adhered to with the fear of God, the judge, the lawyer in particular, don't misuse the constitution, don't misuse the articles in them. Whatever you are doing, apply the fear of God. So a man shouldn't go and take a woman back, a woman whom he has divorced back, just for instance, for his sexual pleasure. Nothing. He just remembers past affairs and goes in for her, you know, to just for sexual pleasure to do it and maybe kick her away again. That is unacceptable. That doesn't follow the word ma'rufun. That doesn't follow it. That's not acceptable. So do not take them to injure them or to take undue advantage. If anyone does that, he wrongs his own soul. ولا تقتلوا الله. Run, لتعتدوا, to abuse them. ومن يفعل ذلك ومن يفعل ذلك فقد ظلم نفسه. And whoever does that, but whoever does that, if anyone does that, he wrongs his own soul. But he will know. You finish, you say, oh, well, I've taken that blame back. I've had my share. Go away. And you think that that's all. God is telling you, he's watching. You've done really wrong your own soul. You will account for it. He will ask you on Judgment Day or in your grief. You divert Aisha. You divert Aisha. When your blood was hot, you pretended that you needed her back, to marry her back. But you were only going to injure her soul. Do you remember? You say, no, they give you slap in the grave. Bam. Say, oh, yes, I remember. Yes, it's too late. So whoever does those things should be warned. You do evil intentionally, not just on women or marriage. You do evil intentionally. They are jotted down against you. They are recorded down. Kutuba alaykum. It is written down for you to do this, not to do that, not to do that. So that one too is written down. Any evil you do is written down against you. To take advantage. If any does that, he wrongs his own soul. And what did Isaiah say? أنفسهم والله عليكم. Where was I? أو ولا تعتدوا. ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا. So after that warning, this another warning. If any does that, he wrongs his own. Do not treat Allah's signs as a jest. Do not treat God's signs as a jest. That's what I was just saying. Do not treat God's signs as a jest. ولا تتخذوا آيات الله. God's signs, ayatin signs, that's what I was saying here. Signs, ayatin lahi, whose one? As a jest. Whose one? Without any earnestness. Just like that. Do not take God's verse as a jest. What is a zukuru? What is, sorry, what is kuru ni'matullahi alaykum wa ma anzala alaykum min al-kitab wal hikmah ya'izukum bihi. Mm? Um, do not take Allah's signs as a jest, but solemnly rehearse God's favors on you. Solemnly rehearse God's favors on you and the fact that He sent down to you the book and wisdom. The book on wisdom. The book refers to the Quran and the wisdom in it. If you are a Christian, take the Bible and the wisdom in it. It doesn't matter because they are all the books of God. And the book can also mean a summary of the revelations up to the Quran, whoever you are. This message is to everybody. It's not only for Muslims, it's for Christians. If you are even a Christian, you abide by it, you fear God. So do not take God's signs as a jest. And adhere to the book that He has sent to you. The Bible, it was He who sent the Bible to you. The Bible didn't come like that. It's the writing of God. It's the message of God. Minus the changes. But that doesn't make the Bible not a Bible. It's a Bible. If there are changes, you can read and then you can sieve it. Take what is good for you and throw the rest away. Like my good friend, Mr. Kunton says, he will take everything. He knows how to, sieve his messages. So you take what is good for you, and then the rest you discard or delete. Or if you like, put it in the fridge. You can choose to remove it, you can choose to leave it there. That is your own matter. So, send down to you and wisdom and wisdom for your instruction. Al-hikmati, wisdom. Ya'izukum bihi. Ya'izukum bihi for your instruction. That's instruction. Ya'izukum bihi for your instruction. Wa itaku Allah wa alamu anna Allah bi kulli shay'in alim. Wa itaku Allah wa alamu anna Allah bi kulli shay'in alim. Wonderful again. So here at the end, God is always saying, so whatever you are doing, use your conscience. Use your conscience and you ask yourself, does it please God? What I'm doing, does it please God? Before you go ahead. Or even thinking, an evil thought comes to your head and you say, oh, a'udhu billahi minash shaitani ar-rajim. I seek refuge in God from Satan, the rejected one. Because God will never put evil thoughts in your head. It is Satan who whispers into your ears, hey, Janet, don't you see that your friend Monica's husband is so handsome and he's been looking at you? Every time you pass, he looks at you. It's Satan. It's not God. Or he says, oh, Alex, you see how your friend's wife has been wobbling the buttocks in front of you. And you're sitting there like, why? It is not God. It is Satan. It is Satan. Keep away from it. No matter how many enemies you get, whether the woman likes you or not, forget about her. Let it take her trouble away. Or let Alex take his trouble away. That's what it's saying here. Fear God. So after almost every verse or group of verses, there is a warning from God. God is, and fear Allah, fear God for your instruction, and fear God. God is merciful. And He's reminding you that He's only being merciful to you. He could punish you anytime. So let's see. وَأَعْلَمُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. For your instruction and fear God and know that God is well acquainted with all things. بكل شيء عليم. So this is it, listeners. If all of us were to do things with the fear of God, with the remembrance of God, what a beautiful world we would have. God would have saved us from tornadoes, earthquakes, floods, sadness in general, misfortunes. But we're not doing it. He accumulates it for some time and says, no, you have crossed the boundaries of God. Hudud lie. So let me show them a lesson. Hmm? He can be wicked. I told somebody, God can be wicked. Hmm? Shadidun Azab, he can give you wicked punishment. He doesn't do it. It is only the mercifulness of him. It's only his mercy and his grace that he always wants to give to us. But we don't like it. We don't appreciate it. Listeners, let's go to the tablet and see. I promised to go to Konkonsan, Alaji Konko, this hot gossip. I left it in my earlier papers. I think I'll go back to them and then read them. Konkonsan area. Uh, let's see. Honorable Minister MP, please watch your head, oh. When the Ghanaians talks and asks, oh, it's a very important expression. Eh? Don't do it, oh. Don't do it, oh. It's a serious one. You won't say don't do it. No, you say don't do it, oh. Don't do it, oh. Uh-huh. So, offer means uncle. Offer, listen well. Uncle, listen well. Huh? The cardinal biblical principle is love. The cardinal biblical principle is love. Do to others as you would expect them to do to you. Are you sure you have checked your plugs? Check here is plural, is present, no ed. But let me add it to them. Are you sure you have checked your plugs? Have your plugs, water level, tires and fuel before sparking engine via the ignition? What about those who don't drive? Okay, I am rejecting that junk of a woman you have hooked by virtue of your status. This is what I just finished talking with. And present and present position. By virtue of your status and present position. The woman you are screwing like mad and have secured the visa for US. Oh God. Eh? So screaming, I didn't use this word, though. That's the word of the paper. Scream means sleeping with, pardon me to say. And even secured a visa for her to US. This is what men can do. Oh yes, forgetting the brother, the senior brother, the junior brother, no, the woman. To go to US. Why do some of you big people behave? So remember the fellow is an MP, Honorable Minister MP, stroke MP. Eh? Why do some of you Why do some of you big people behave as if you have hearts but no heads? Yes. In other words, he has to balance the heart with the head. The heart wants the woman. The head should tell him that no, he shouldn't take it. So I love that. To balance the heart, to balance. But why do some of you big people behave like that? As if you have hearts but no heads. Did you also know whether that shameless flirt, if she has children and their whereabouts, uh, those who those your kakafionto corrupt in-laws who are behaving like their daughter is single to fool you to dole millions of their dirty millions for their dirty hands and foul mouths are more guilty than you. So in other words, the woman's people know that she's married, she has children, but because of cash, l'argent, kudi, malun, hmm, lawful, because of that, they keep quiet. So the woman, the married woman with children, who is their family member, can be bringing them food to chop and go down the belly. So this paper, that's why I say, these are signs. That's why I read these papers. These are signs. Hmm? So, oh, I'm lost again. Dirty hands and foul mouths, and are more guilty than you. Are more. So you say they are more guilty than the minister. Hmm? But I think he's more guilty. He should have reasoned well. Hmm? He knows that he's taking undue advantage of them, undue advantage of their poverty. Hmm? If he wants to give them something, we should go and give the family something and leave their woman alone for them and her husband. That is it here. Hmm? More guilty than you. But remember, abaye dedo takino, abaye dedo takino, ede bebo ba nso dabi. Sorry, it's not all that in Ghanaian languages I understand, but it's a proverb. Again, him adeko, soro soro, him adeko, soro soro is another proverb. If that smoking chimney, whose trademark is prostitution, and cannot stick to her husband, but jumps from bed to bed with big men in executive positions because of money, has dumped her husband, a once prosperous businessman, doctor. Why not you? So if the woman if the husbands have abandoned her, why don't you, the minister, also abandon her? Hmm? She had money, but because she had husband, but because they were down economically, he has jumped onto you. Why don't you abandon her? Huh? After she has used, after she has used that breached body with the Omondo Owende breast, I don't know, and her mountainous hip and jelly to suck you like a heartless leech. Full stop. Huh? Let's see. Oh, 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 how can I read this? Sorry, the writing is faint. It's a long paper, a long time paper, and the writing is a bit faint for me, an old man. Oh, me offer. Oh, me offer. Oh, me offer. My uncle think twice. Me offer my uncle. He's referring to the minister again. Oh, me offer my uncle. Think twice and act as a responsible person. Not me alone. Not me alone know your back games. Plenty, plenty paparazzi. Plenty paparazzi are as surveilling your moves. Very soon it shall be. Very soon it shall be so on front page. Very soon this ads will be on front page, but you've already put it in the paper. Is it because it's not in the front page? Hmm? Uh, that artful comedian. Oh, this is a second story. It's a second story. Let's complete that second. Let's see if we can complete that second story. That artful comedian with the Omondo Owende breast. Hey, I don't know what she means by Omondo Owende breast. I don't know what description is that. That is okay. With the Omondo Owende breast. When shall you? It's a question mark. It's a question. When and where shall we? Obasima, Obasima, so Obahum hima sewunim aniwo na animwo ana. Don't you know? Don't you have any sense of shame? Uh-huh. Sewunim aniwo ana. Don't you have any sense of shame? Obahima, oh, woman, don't you have any sense of shame? Mhm. Yes, physically, you could have all he marks of. Physically, you could have all he marks of. I'm sorry, viewers, I'm not reading well, but uh, as Africa, you could have as Africa beauty minus your excessive bleaching from head to toe. In other words, the woman is not, the complexion is black and she's using chemicals or ointments to make herself look half cast, or to make fair in color. Let me see if I can take that. An Af- don't you have shame? An African beauty minus your excessive bleaching from head to toe. That's she has over bleached her color. Are you not married? Is a question. Don't you have kids and husband? Remember, these characters they talk about are no more young, or they are old, and they are no more attractive now. Eh? If they are wise, they should just be reflect. They should only be reflecting on their past deeds and be repenting. And this one is describing will not be attractive now. So why do you hope? Why do you hope? Why do you hope from to man? Why do you hop from, I think it means man to man, like insects? Like insects on a flower to flower. Why do you hop from man to man like insects from flower to flower in search of nectar? Ah, shame. Viewers, I think it is wise to stop here and try to read it well and deliver it well to you. The writing is faint and my Latin is not good. So I will take that story next time, God willing. So we'll stop at the artful comedian. I think it's understandable. Pardon me. Let's end it here. So next time we will, I think we will go and finish the papers again. We will just leave the science in the Quran. We'll leave it for some time and come and complete this and then continue. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Ila lekai.